Hey, it's Danielle Quisenberry. I'm an actor and I live in the East Village. And I'm here today at the Metropolitan Playhouse where I've worked a lot. We love the Metropolitan Playhouse. And this year we're engaged in a project that's one of my favorites. It's FABnyc.
I'm Alex Rowe, the Artistic Director of Metropolitan Playhouse, whose mission is to explore America's culture through its theater. So we do a lot of historical theater, a lot of theater that comes from the past or about America's history. And a few years ago, we devised this possibility of doing plays about the East Village. And
we go out into the East Village and we find people from the East Village and we take their words from interview, creating a 20-minute theatrical arcing piece.
They bring a lot of experience with them and portray people from the community with depth and feeling and with honesty, and they're always very, very exciting.
I have a wonderful portrait this year. It's a woman named Jackie Diamond. She went for many years by the name Coca Crystal. You might know her from Public Access TV.
I'm playing Jeffrey Roholter, who is a fourth-generation butcher who had a butcher store in the Essex market, God, since 1939, and it closed. It got pinched during the recession and it closed last year, so I've interviewed him.
I was able to interview a woman named Beverly Fisher Weinstein. And what makes her incredibly interesting is that she grew up on the Lower East Side during World War II when her mom was a single mom with 5 kids. So she had to run a business and raise 5 kids by herself in the Orthodox Jewish community.
I'm going to be depicting Richie Baxt, who is a guitar repairman who has been working on the Lower East Side for the past 30 years. He's an amazing individual. He works out of his first floor studio apartment. He's completely word of mouth, doesn't advertise on the internet, but he's considered to be like one of the best guitar repairmen, if not the best.
This year I'm going to get to do a 19-year-old who's just starting his off. And in the words of Camillo, who is my subject, I'm glad to be a part of this because this is important stuff.
I have a friend who works in publishing who, of all theater, not just Metropolitan Playhouse, she loves these projects the most because they're the real words of human beings. It's people telling their stories.
the idea for FABnyc came because I had become friends with a fellow who was homeless and was on the street corner quite a lot at the local deli, and he and I chatted many, many times. And I realized that I would love to capture and honor his life because it's a life that was otherwise unheralded and unknown. He happily found a home towards the end of his life, but has now passed away, so I always feel like this is a memorial to Carlos Roman, who was the first friend who inspired FABnyc.